Hey, what's up guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Let's kick it off. Alright, first up, let's look at the Bitcoin price chart on the weekly time frame, then we'll dive into XRP. So we had this week a pretty large liquidation across the board in the crypto market, and the Bitcoin price chart wick to wick dropped just over 13%, from 29.6 all the way down to about 25,600. What I personally want to see is Bitcoin holding this level for support at that recent low that we had back in June. And not financial advice, but I'm still leaning towards an impulse towards 35 to 42k as we've done for 3 cycles in a row for the past 10 years, and we're also less than 8 months away from the next Bitcoin halving set in April. So I'd like to see Bitcoin hold this level for support and get that impulse up to higher levels between 35k up to 42k. This recent crash officially closed the below weekly fair value gap. We have upside sell side imbalances above between 34,000 to 37k, with the highest level right around 60,000. And taking a look at the daily price chart for Bitcoin, you can see that we're en route down back to the 500-day moving average, and a variety of assets have hit this level, some are even below. XRP is right around this level today. And the biggest thing I want to emphasize is there's a variety of confluences right around this level between 34 to 37k, we'll just say 35k. We have that open weekly fair value gap or sell side imbalance, which typically acts like a magnet for price action when we finally get that volume. We still have an open weekly CME futures gap right between 34,000 to 35k right there. As you can see, there's no price action, no liquidity, no candle body. So we have an open fair value gap at 35k. We have an open CME gap at 35k. It's also very close to the 382 Fibonacci retracement right there. A variety of alts have already hit this level. And if Bitcoin rhymes with what it's done in the past, it is going to head towards this level and close some of these upper gaps, also between 39k to 42k. This is the weekly R1 and the 50% retracement. So bottom line, not financial advice, I believe that Bitcoin gets to this level in due time. But because anything is possible in crypto, let's talk about some lower targets below. So on the daily time frame, we have an open CME gap right here around 20,000. This is still open. And in tandem with this, let's look at the Bitcoin price chart on Bittrex, another exchange. On the daily time frame, we have a massive liquidity gap right here on Bittrex, ranging between 22,000 all the way to as high as 23,800. And if we head towards the weekly time frame, it'll shift this level just a little bit, but this is a massive open gap on an exchange on the weekly time frame, ranging between 22,500 all the way up to about 24k. So what I'm looking for is Bitcoin to get a strong reaction from these lows, hold this support level, and head towards that 35k to close the CME gap, hit the 382 Fibonacci retracement, open weekly fair value gap, etc. But the path of most pain would be a drop all the way to these levels before even getting that retracement. And taking a look at the XRP price chart on the daily time frame, we can see a variety of times that we have respected the 500-day moving average. Here, we have here as resistance. And we can see historically the XRP price chart using the 500-day moving average has some very nice reactions around this level. Just as it got this huge impulse before the SEC lawsuit and a big crash, back to support, flip to resistance, and then even here a little bit of resistance on these two highs, finally flip to support and blast off. And now with this recent crash, we've come all the way back down to the 500-day MA again, so I want to see us hold this level. In this whole move we had right here, resistance, flip to support, got that big impulse. It reminds me so much of this move back in 2020 before we got that big impulse and also another huge crash back below the 500-day. Got the impulse, huge crash, V-shaped recovery. We got the impulse, huge crash. Let's see where we go and find our level of support, and let's get that V-shaped recovery. And taking a look at the daily time frame, we can see the RSI is extremely oversold all the way down, and it went as low as about 24.8. So I know crypto Twitter is saying XRP is dead all over again, but this is crypto, it's volatile, this is part of the game in a nascent market, and this isn't anything we haven't seen before. We've seen historically a variety of crashes. We've seen crashes on the way up as well during a bull run or a retracement. And even looking at some of these retracement levels and drawing a Fibonacci retracement using swing low all the way up to swing high, and we'll actually use that highest impulse right around 94 cents. As we drag over, pretty much a 786 Fibonacci retracement if we use a different swing low, 786 Fibonacci retracement. And so today on the weekly price chart for XRP, we can see that we've come back down, we are back testing this level, and we're also exactly on the weekly Fibonacci pivot today, as you can see right there. Alright, next up I have to cover this massive news, and this is going to go into my next point covering the CBDC platform for Ripple and how this could be a great thing for XRP specifically. So we had an announcement from the CEO of MasterCard that Ripple the company has joined MasterCard's new central bank digital currency partner program alongside a variety of other organizations. Now Ripple and MasterCard have been partners for quite some time, but it's great to see Ripple's involvement with the CBDC partner program. MasterCard teaming up with a handful of key blockchain Web3 payment players so we can learn from each other. In this collaboration together, we have Ripple the company, you have Fireblocks, Consensus, and more. How MasterCard is exploring the CBDC ecosystem in 2023, we have England with the Bank of England. In the past, they have done a proof of concept with Ripple, also linking and using settlement systems like Ripple Connect, an older product, and Interledger Protocol. We have Brazil and the Central Bank of Brazil. They've also had closed-door meetings with Ripple, which is documented. You have the United States, you have Australia, the Reserve Bank of Australia. We also have Hong Kong, or the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, aka the central bank, and their CBDC pilot. And we can see Ripple to showcase real estate asset tokenization solution as part of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority's inaugural or electronic Hong Kong dollar pilot program. An innovative solution combining the electronic Hong Kong dollar, tokenized real estate, and lending protocols will run Ripple's CBDC platform. So Ripple is working alongside Fubon Bank, one of the largest commercial banks in Taiwan. Now at the end of this video, I'm going to play a clip showing Ripple's CBDC platform and explaining it, and this is a must-see clip to understand as XRP being used as a bridge asset between central banks. So we have Ripple's central bank digital currency platform. Ripple is currently talking with more than 20 countries on central bank digital currency plans. They're already working with the Republic of Palau, the Central Bank of Montenegro, Fubon Bank as we just shared, and Bhutan. And just as it explains right here, as XRP is a bridge currency or via cross-ledger communication protocols between these central banks, this platform, just as David Schwartz, Ripple CTO, has said verbatim, has the ability to interact with the XRP ledger and use XRP. But it's not required. Forcing somebody to use a single asset never goes well. And once again, it's not about forcing anyone to use XRP. It's about removing technical barriers, connecting all of these walled gardens and ecosystems that are currently siloed, and then being ready to knock down those walls and connect them all later. So David Schwartz, if banks respond by building walled gardens, we'll position XRP to bridge across those walled gardens. If they want one big walled garden to take over, they'll have to be as open as we are. And just like this guy says to David, give them liberty to use the most efficient way. As of this year, we have 130 countries representing 98% of the global economy exploring the idea of CBDCs. And recently we had an announcement from the Central Bank of Colombia announcing they will be piloting use cases that will enhance Colombia's high-value payment system using Ripple's CBDC platform. As David says, if someone says they want a walled garden and you can't convince them otherwise, you build them a walled garden with a big red button pressed to lower walls, then you wait. At first, those both inside and outside the walls perform a kind of arbitrage service. The walls are eventually seen as an inconvenience and people wonder why they ever thought they wanted them. And the list of banks, governments, financial institutions, other payment service providers, and even different projects specifically that have partnered with Ripple or have done pilots with Ripple is massive. We have Qatar, QNB, the largest bank in the Middle East. We have Bank of England, National Bank of Egypt as a Ripple partner, MFS Africa, the largest mobile money footprint in Africa. The Central Bank of Singapore and Ripple recently, just a month or two ago, got a special payment license. You have TP Bank in Vietnam, National Bank of Fujairah in the UAE, Bank of America, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, Royal Bank of Canada, HDFC, which is the largest private sector bank in India. We have SEB in Switzerland, I believe, Saudi Central Bank, or SAMA, and the Central Bank of Brazil. And per the features of the XRP ledger, focused on tokenization, decentralized finance, and the automated market maker that is coming, hopefully the announcement date actually comes soon, you have NFTs and a variety of payment use cases. And Ripple's 4 pillars, 4 plans, as they've recently shared, is focusing on liquidity. They're focusing on custody. As they shared with the Medico acquisition, the crypto custody market is projected to be a $10 trillion market opportunity. And we're sitting at a $1 trillion market cap today, compliance, and also tokenization. And almost every single industry sector is going to be impacted radically by DLT. So huge props and massive cheers to everybody in this crypto market today. I'm hoping to look back in a few years and just smile. We know Swift's estimates of volumes of tokenized assets being 24 trillion, BCG talking about tokenization being a 16 trillion to 68 trillion business opportunity, with 10% of global GDP by 2030, which is easily over 10 trillion. And the firm BCG estimating for cross-border payment flows to reach 250 trillion by 2027. This is an increase of 60%, which is absolutely massive. We can look at the other asset classes today measured in the hundreds of trillions or dozens of trillions, and crypto is sitting at a mere fraction. And this opportunity that we have in the crypto market today comes once in a lifetime. And we also got some great news from iTrustCapital with listings for HBAR, QNT, Gala, and more. If you use the link to create a free account on iTrustCapital in the top of the YouTube video description and in the pinned comment, you'll get a $100 funding reward. I've had a Roth IRA with iTrustCapital for over 3 years to grow my gains 100% tax-free. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Huge thank you to all that hit the like button, and check out this clip. This is an absolute must-see going over Ripple's CBDC platform. And remember that crypto is volatile, prices will fluctuate, but price action does not change the fundamentals of some of these networks.
Each nation's CBDC is hosted on a private version of the XRP ledger. Access by participants is granted by the administrator and fully secure. Using Ripple's CBDC solution, the central bank has full control over supply, allowing them to increase supply or redeem it. And through a standard API and multiple SDKs, integration into existing systems is simplified and suitable for traditional and non-traditional participants. Additionally, the central bank can issue other assets and allow participants like commercial banks to do so. The central bank can also authorize who holds the currency on the ledger, whether that's held directly by consumers or through commercial banks. Transactions typically settle in seconds compared to days, making CBDCs suitable for use cases like retail point of sale. This can open the door for real-time salary payments and collection of tax at point of sale, which gets funds to an institution or a consumer faster while eliminating debt risks. CBDC data is fully controlled and auditable by a central bank, allowing for its analysis in support of monetary policy. And the data maintains transaction privacy while still allowing for regulators to monitor for criminal activities. Finally, a Ripple-designed CBDC can provide a means to bridge disparate currencies through XRP. Its inherent interoperability can allow for connection with other central bank ledgers for efficient cross-asset and cross-border transactions. This can be done with cross-issuance, using XRP as a bridge currency or via cross-ledger communication protocols. This reduces the risk that institutions are forced to accept when transacting across multiple networks or currencies in the current system. The creation of a CBDC provides powerful benefits for the economy and people of an adopting central bank. It's technology that places trust in digital money in the hands of a central bank that can guarantee accessibility to funds and the resulting services, as is the case with cash today. The result? An improved foundation for global financial development where businesses, commercial banks, and ultimately people can unlock new economic potential. Work with Ripple to build a custom pilot designed for your country or institution today.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.